So last night's county council meeting, February 28th, was relatively short, but we had some long discussion on a couple of items. One of them was the short-term rental project that's ongoing, started in November, and it's expected to go on for about 8 months. There's a project website that folks can go to. It's livehost visit.org. And there's a 10 to 12 member steering committee that is made up of members of the county, both members of the public, residents, and members of businesses and real estate developers. There was a public meeting held last Wednesday. So they're trying to get the word out. There will probably, and I think there's a survey out right now. There will be another one that comes out probably in the April-May timeframe. They're looking at other programs in other towns, in Taos and Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and even Durango, Colorado. And really, the issue is there are no codes currently for short-term rentals. So what will come out of this potentially is a recommendation on possibly some regulation of short-term rentals. And just FYI for short-term rentals, it's typically 1 day to 29 days. Anything over 30 days or longer is considered a long-term rental and is not regulated under the short-term rental program that they're proposing. And bed and breakfasts are not short-term rentals. So that was some of the information that I got out of the meeting yesterday that I didn't know about. And there's more to come on that. One thing that I think the public needs to know about is we did introduce a code ordinance on gas rates. Gas rates have skyrocketed, and we need to do some recovery of costs. And so it's really important that the community take a look at that proposed ordinance and see what it means for you. It does mean increased costs and increased prices on gas. We approved a liquor license for the soon to open, I hope, Los Alamos Cantina and Pyramid Cafe. They're located across from Bathtub Row Brewing. And again, I don't know when they're planning on opening, but hopefully that means it's soon. Had a lot of discussion on bear carts. The roll carts, they were rolled out literally, to northern area residents to see how, to get some feedback on their use, and there were some concerns about them, both from users as well as the county, the folks that pick up the trash. There's some difficulty sometimes getting those to open. But generally speaking, the roll carts were pretty popular, and there was a lot of positive response on them. The thought was, let's hold off rolling them out to the rest of the county and until we actually get through the next bear season, which is this summer. These weren't rolled out until August, so we really don't know how well they would work in high bear season, which is typically late summer and early fall. So the county proposed that we revisit where we are on the bear carts next December. In addition, the dumpsters that are in various locations throughout the county, there have been some concerns about those. The good news is that the smaller tops on those prevent a lot of illegal dumping, like large mattresses and construction waste that they were finding previously. But there are some difficulties people are having opening those dumpsters. So the county is installing some steps on the front of those to give people a little more leverage, and hopefully that will help. They're also going to look at possibly removing the latches on some of the dumpsters to see what kind of impact that has. There have already been 10 dumpsters that have been removed from local businesses due to concerns. So we'll probably revisit that in December as well. There's a board of registration. It's not a Los Alamos board. It is a state board, but Los Alamos has 5 members on it of different parties, political parties. Someone had to resign due to a party change affiliation, and so we were asked to nominate or select someone to replace that person. David Hampton and Gary Stradling sent letters of interest, and David Hampton was selected by the council. And then finally, just a future agenda item. There have been a lot of, I think, comments in the paper, as well as we're receiving a lot of letters at the county council about the tennis complex. A decision was made on Monday to postpone discussion or presentation on that to the county council until May, until after our April budget meetings. And those are pretty much the highlights from last night's meeting.